All right, yo. Everything is going to be all right. We got it going on, and the game is tight. Everything is going to be okay. We do this thing, and you know how we play. And I say, what? Yo, today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. Talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. What do y'all know about that? Yeah, there's some people who will use the fact that you didn't talk to them respectfully to get out of performing or taking care of whatever responsibility that they have. So, they really feel like, well, if you don't talk to me nice, I'm not going to pay my bills. Or what does paying the bills have to do with the way that you feel? Yo, and it's real. You borrowed the money or you used the service. Now you're acting crazy. It's making me kind of nervous. And I'm not trying to get into it, but you understand that it's going to flow like fluid. This word. Yeah, and it's a real thing. People try to gain control of a situation by telling you that, if you don't talk to me nice, if you don't talk to me respectfully, if you yell at me, or if you make me feel some type of way, then I'm not going to do what you say. And it's not even a situation a lot of times where it has anything to do with what anybody says or what anybody does. You have an obligation or responsibility to take care of whatever it is that you're supposed to take care of. And you're acting kind of funny now. Well, what do you do about that? What do you do about a situation where that's the case? Well, we're going to get into it right about now. You think we won't win? We will. Sit back, relax, do your thing. We going to chill. Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about a variety of situations where this could really be a problem. This situation could really be a problem. Because if you have bills to pay, revolving accounts, credit cards, rent, mortgage, house, car, heat, electric, water, child's tuition, things that you have signed up for, things that you have agreed to, none of these things that you have been forced into. And when it comes time to pay these things, loans, all kinds of stuff, when it comes time to pay for these things, now you want to act funny because somebody is pressuring you to give up the cash that you were supposed to have taken care of without them having to come to you in the first place. So what is the deal? Well, we're going to talk about it, get into it. I said talk about it, be about it, get involved. All right, so let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 11 o'clock till around 12:30-ish. And the reason that we say 12:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. Here it is, the 18th of the month. It's going to be y'all right. Nobody going front. So this is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. We play on the monkey bars and the swings and push each other up the sliding board. We play in the sandbox and on the merry-go-round. It's like one big recess, baby. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. And today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we're talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. Talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. What we talking about? What are we talking about? All right, now, to be fair, I do think that it's important to address everybody in a respectful manner. If you're going to talk to somebody, if you're going to address somebody, if you're going to have a conversation with somebody, if you're going to dialogue with somebody, if you have something to say to or with somebody, you should act like act like you have some sense and talk to them like they are a human being. You can't control everybody by pushing them around and yelling at them and directing them and acting like you're their boss or like you're paying them or like you have it going on more than they do, that's not going to work. Ain't nobody going to listen to you if you're dissing them or you fronting on them or you making them feel lower than low or whatever. Nobody is here to cater to you in that way. But an agreement is agreement. And throughout our lives, we all sign up for certain things. And there are certain things that we may not have only signed up for, but we may have asked for. And now when it's time to pay for the things that we have asked for, some of us start getting a little funny. Some of us start acting a little, so that's a situation that we have to deal with. How do we deal with the situation of others when it comes time for them to pay the bills? And now you got to walk on eggshells in order to get them to do what they are supposed to do. See, this is all good on the surface when we're talking about strangers asking us for favors, family members, friends, and all of those people asking us for things that they want or asking us to do things for them. Yeah, I think you better act like you know when you talk to me. I think you better lower your tone when you talk to me. I bet you better ask instead of trying to tell me to do something. Yeah, I think you better do that. Because you're asking me to do something for you. Yeah. You want me to help you move some furniture this weekend? Well, I think you better ask me nice at the very least, because I don't want to do it in the first place. I ain't with it. You know that moving furniture is something that only really good friends will do for you. Or crackhead cousins. You know what I'm talking about. Don't front on me. So yeah, if you need something from somebody, if you need a favor from somebody, if you need a loan from somebody, if you need somebody to do something for you that you can't otherwise do for yourself, I think it's a good idea that you ask nicely and follow through nicely. At the very least, until you get what you asked for. Yeah. I think you better lower your tone. I think you better talk nice. I think you better talk with some desire in your voice. If you're asking somebody to do something for you where they might have to take themselves out of the way, or where they may have to go out of the way in order to do something nice for you. So you want somebody to do something nice for you, it makes total sense that you would talk to them nice. We ain't got no issue there. We ain't got no issue. Where the issue comes, with the issue comes, is when there are things that people are not asking from you. They're merely asking for you to follow through on what you are already obligated to do. Or they're asking you to complete a mission, or they're asking you to do what you know that you're supposed to do. So when we start talking about bills, when we start talking about responsibilities, when we start talking about living expenses, when we start talking about child support, now don't get me wrong, I am of the belief that the baby mom should talk to the baby father like she got some sense. She should not be ordering him around. She should not be talking to him like he's the scum of the earth. She should not be, she should not be trying to diss him or insult him or give off the impression that he's not a good father or that he's not trying. However, if a man is slacking on his child support because his baby mom ain't talking to him right, his child is the one that's going to suffer. So you mean to tell me, brother, that your baby mom or your wife or your ex-wife or whatever got to talk to you nice for you to go get a job so you can financially provide for your family or or yourself or your children? Now, let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it a buck. I don't want to go into no grimy, slimy, nasty ass situations, but we gonna talk. We gonna talk like we talk on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. So let's get into this thing. Let's not act like we don't know no men, no brothers, no fathers, no uncles, no cousins, no neighbors or whatever who don't want to work, who living with some chick who has her own place, her own car, her own career, taking care of her own kids, and taking care of his ass too. And guess what? She don't always talk to him nice. Understand? He ain't in the power position. He ain't in the driver's seat. He ain't that dude. He ain't that boy. She don't talk to him nice. She talk to him the way she feel like talking to him because she one foot in the bill for everything. And she might or might not tell him that it's time for him to get up off his ass and do what he's supposed to do. Do you underdig? Do you know what I'm talking about? The nigga, know what I'm talking about? But he won't give her no attitude because that would have him on the porch with a porch full of trash bags with all his shit in it. Minus the shit that she bought for him that she decides that she wants to keep. Like, nah, you ain't leaving with this. You gonna leave with the stuff that either I don't care about or the stuff that you came with. 4 trash bags worth of shit. Get the fuck out. You want to act like you don't. Okay, so you mean to tell me at your crib, at the spot, at the rest, you taking orders in order to be able to have a place. But you'll tell your baby mom of your 3 kids, your 3 baby moms of your 4, 5 kids, sometimes 6, whatever. You'll tell them, well, you know I'm trying. You know I'm doing everything that I can do right now. You know it's rough out here. You know it was all good. It was all good when the money was flowing and when I had it going on and all of that. But as soon as a nigga down, as soon as a nigga ain't on his feet, as soon as a motherfucker, you know, take a hit, take a loss, take an L or whatever, now you want to treat him like he ain't never do nothing. When the truth of the matter is that it was never really like that. Yeah, things was all good when you had a couple of dollars because you were contributing. Now, after your contribution, you ain't giving up nothing. You ain't trying. I don't know if you're going through a depression. I don't know if you're hurting. I don't know if there's something going on behind the scenes, deeply internally, that's preventing you from being able to get up off your ass and start to be upwardly mobile. But we do know this, that you have a child. You got 2 kids. You got 3 kids. You got 4 kids. And you're telling me that you're not working. You don't have anything to contribute. You're not providing. You're not even coming around the way that you're supposed to. And you're trying to tell your baby mom it's because she ain't talking to you nicely. Come on, my brother, don't. Come on, my brother, yo. Come on, my brother, don't. We ain't going to go out like, come on, my brother, just act like you know you got to give up a couple of dough and improve and show. Queen Monica Davis is all up in the house. What up, Queen Monica? And Sucre Chatois. What up, Sucre Chatois? Also, we got Stacy White. What's going on, Mom? Thanks for coming on through and making it right. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow! She about to turn that out. And T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly right into your site. Yo, this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. We are here. Here it is Saturday morning, the 18th. The 18th of Sagittarius. 18th of half man, half horse. And we're talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. And you know, to keep it a buck, most of us have said it. Yeah, you ain't gonna be talking to me any kind of way. You ain't just gonna be talking to me any kind of way or whatever, or acting like I'm your child, or you know, embarrassing me or trying to front on me and think I'm gonna do what you want me to do, or think I'm gonna just give up my money, or think that I'm gonna be here, or think that I'm gonna represent, or think that I'm a ride, or think that I'm a support. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense until we start talking about the things that you were supposed to do anyway. It makes sense until we start talking about the obligations that you have obligated yourself to, or should I say, the responsibilities that you have obligated yourself to. It's all good until we start talking about that. It's all good until we start talking about the things that you wanted, the things that you put together, the things that you constructed, the things that you got other people to invest in and support and all of that kind of stuff. And now you want to act funny when the going gets tough and things get hard and and the road gets a little bumpy. Now you want to act a fool. Like Florida Evans on Good Times. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. You gotta do what you came to do, kid. You gotta do what you got to do, kid. You know, Florida ain't never want James to make no money, no underground hustling money and shit. You know what I mean? This motherfucker had a pool stick game that was crazy. Like JJ had the art thing going on. And his pop, who only had a 4th grade education, was all that with the pool stick. She ain't want him to get no money and bring that money. James, you know the Lord don't want you shooting no pool. I'm sorry. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. The fuck out of here. The rent is due. You know how embarrassing it is to get kicked out the projects? So imagine. Like, listen, you get kicked out the projects, you deserve to get kicked out the projects. Listen, if you get kicked out the projects for anything except for selling drugs in your project apartment, then you get kicked out the projects because you ain't paid a rent. When your rent is based solely on your income. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. This shit good, but it got too much leaf in it. And when that leaf attached to that little dangly thing on the back of your throat, it gets you to coughing. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. I said, James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no pool. James, I saw that shit the other night. I was like, come on, man. Come on, Florida. But I tell you one thing, in tune with the topic, I ain't never, look, James disciplined all of his kids from Michael to JJ. But I never did hear him talk to Florida all reckless. He ain't never yell at her. He raised his voice when he was trying to get his point across a couple of times, but he ain't, she had to drop on James. You know what? I ain't never really think about it, but Florida must have had that good. Because remember, James Evans looked like a little scary. He looked like a scary dude back in the day. Them tight corduroy pants and shit. Shirt tucked in. He had muscle tone and shit. You never really could tell how old he was. You know what I mean? Like, he looked like he was ready to get busy at any moment. Wasn't scared of gangsters. They living in Chicago. He feared no gangsters. How is it that he had that much aggression, but JJ was a punk? Michael was on some militant shit, but you know, he was gay. But anyway, I digress. I digress. I said, look, I digress. I said, I digress. I said, James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no poo. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no poo. James, you know the Lord don't want you hustling no poo. What y'all know? What y'all know? Talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. So you ain't gonna pay your rent because somebody ain't talk to you nice. The rent is due. You ain't gonna pay your mortgage because somebody didn't talk to you nice. The mortgage is due. You ain't gonna pay your car note because somebody ain't talk to you nice. Well, guess what? They gonna back that tow truck right up to your driveway or to your curb or whatever, and they gonna put that car on the hook, and they ain't gonna give a shit if they talk to you, if you care about them talking to you nice. And you know, tow truck drivers don't talk to nobody nice. They come to your crib, they take your car, they strap, they never come by themselves. They don't give a fuck. I tell you, somebody else who don't talk to you nice. Your PO. With so many brothers out here caught up in the legal system, a lot of brothers just came home. A lot of brothers in the halfway house. A lot of brothers are trying to max out their time so they can come home without any restrictions and all of that shit. But your PO, he don't talk to you nice, or she don't talk to you nice. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. How many of y'all know somebody that's home on parole that can't stand their PO? Always complaining about their parole officer. Like, man, that bitch, I can't stand that bitch. Well, I can't stand that nigga. He is no punk ass motherfucker. Yeah. When it comes to your parole officer, you ain't gonna tell him or her to talk to you nice, but you gonna tell your baby mom or your baby father to talk to you nice, or you ain't gonna do something, or you gonna withhold support, whatever, however it go. Yeah. Shout out to Ram Squad. Shout out to Tommy Hill. May he rest in peace. Tommy Hill had a song back in the day, and I used to love this song. I think it was with the Ram Squad. And he said, fuck my PO. That bitch is always in my life. Let me live my life. Let me live my life. And it was something about that line. Because where did we go from here? Where did we run? Do we something roll with the gun? Something like that. But yeah, that lad, on that song on the outs, he was saying, fuck my PO. That bitch is always in my life trying to run my life. Let me live my life. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So we pick and choose who has to talk to us nicely. Ain't that about a bitch? We pick and choose who has to talk to us nicely. But in reality, if we're respectful and we do the things that are respectful to others, everybody will talk to us nice. Well, ain't that a coinky dink? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? All right. Okay. Stacey White says you have to move your pride to the side. Sometimes it's not easy. Yeah, you ain't never done lied. Ain't never done lied. That's true. That's true. Emily says, Omar, I hope you're rested. I'm not. I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm a little yeah. TK Wright says that's petty. If you gifted it, let them leave with it. Oh, you talking about? I think you talking about when I was talking about women putting they dudes out with faux trash bags. Yeah. Well, you say that's petty. If you gave it to him or if you gifted it to him, it's his. Yeah. You know what the best way there is to keep what somebody gave to you? Don't live with them and don't get kicked out of their crib. If you don't live with them or get kicked out of their crib, I can guarantee you're going to be able to keep everything you came with, baby. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. What up, Rita Rez? Rita. What's going on, Rita? And Nemesis 4931. Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate me some. You think I don't? Okay. But yeah, seriously. I don't condone people taking back what they gave to somebody else, but I also don't condone somebody putting themselves in a position where somebody can do that dumb shit. I mean, there can be plenty of times in all of our lives when we have been down on our luck or things wasn't working out, things weren't going the way that we wanted them to go. That's life. That's all that is. That's just a thing called life. But we got to live that. We got to see that through. It is what it is. But when we start talking about not paying our bills and not doing what we're supposed to do, or withholding funds or withholding services or whatever, because we want to take control of a situation. That's really all it comes down to. That's all it boils down to. If somebody requires you to talk to them in a certain type of way or use certain type of words in order to get what you need from them or what you want from them or what they're supposed to do for you, that's all a control issue. That's all that is. And people have done it plenty of times. A man shouldn't have to beg for pussy from his woman every night or every time. I mean, true indeed. But I also believe that a man should make sure that he give his woman the dick good enough to whereas that won't become an issue. I'm just saying. Getting somebody to need you is one thing, but getting somebody to want you is another thing. They have a lot of the same ingredients, but when we start talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it, you ain't doing what? If somebody that you loved or care about was in the hospital, would you tell them to talk to you nice or you ain't coming to see him? You're not going to come and support him? Unfortunately, some people have done that shit. Crazy shit, life-threatening situations. And it gets ridiculous in other ways too. Listen, ladies, I don't want to get on y'all. I don't want to stay on y'all per se. But some of y'all have been on some ridiculous shit. When a man and a woman are arguing and shit like that, or they are involved in a discussion that turns into an argument. And you know how some women act when they don't win an argument. Now, personally, I don't think that there's a such thing as winning an argument. But there are plenty of people who do believe that there's a such thing as winning an argument. And when you get into it with somebody who believes that there's a such thing as winning an argument, now you got to really get into this shit and see what it's hitting for. So, what do you do? What do you do when you get into a situation where you are going back and forth with your woman and you're actually kicking facts and she knows it? You're not going for the okie doke. You're not standing down. You're not acting like you don't know something that you do know. And you're not letting her get away with trying to get all emotional and turn the situation around and flip it on you. What happens when you are straight holding your woman accountable for what she did, said, or whatever the case may be? Well, some women would get all funny, like, y'all know how this. Brothers, tell me if you've ever heard this before. Well, you ain't have to yell. That pretty much means that she received the information. That kind of means that you won that argument. Or you ain't have to fucking yell at me, though. And not all women are like that. No. We gonna say thank God for that. You know what I mean? We gonna say thank God for that. But when you come across a woman that is like that, now you're talking about somebody who may have lost that battle, but is hell bent on winning the war. And the war is of words, and the or something else. Like, all right, well, you won that argument. You caught me out there. I bet you ain't getting no ass tonight. You ain't getting no ass tonight. I said you ain't getting no ass. Hey, you ain't sucking on no titties tonight. I said you ain't sucking on I said you ain't rubbing no clit tonight. I said you ain't rubbing no clit. Hey, put your tongue in your teeth away. You ain't going down on me, not today. You won't sway my influence to yours. You ain't fucking with me. You ain't calling me no whore. You ain't going up in me no more. Not tonight. Yeah. Now. Soul control. Yeah, so what do we do? By the way, if y'all would like to call in, if y'all have something to say about this topic, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. It is the Urban Therapy with Son show, and we're talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. So we're talking about people who require you to address them in a certain type of manner, in a certain type of way, or they ain't gonna do nothing that you say, even though they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. It ain't got nothing to do with whether you are talking, I'm asking them to do it, telling them to do it, raising your voice, lowering your voice, evening your tone, whatever the case may be. These are your bills, dumbass. How are you going to not pay your child support or not take care of your child because you ain't feeling your baby mom today and the way she came to you? How? The rent is due. This is a place where you live. What you mean? You ain't paying the rent. Then you pay the rent late. It ain't nothing worse, man. For my people who are still renting, you know, if you happy with that situation, because not everybody wants to own theirs. I think it's the best way, but you know, and shout out to the people who say, well, you never really own nothing. 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 That's their justification for not buying a house. Well, you never really own it, nothing anyway, because you still got to pay your taxes and they can still take your house. So what difference do it make? Equity, dumbass. Your estate. That's the difference. That's the difference. The difference is being able to kick you out of your apartment in 60 to 90 days, 30 to 90 days, and them taking 9 months for them to remove you from your mortgage. And you still can save it on that eighth month. That's the difference. But I realize that's a whole different conversation. All right. What we talking about? Okay. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, my grandmother told me a man is only as good as his word. My translation, if your words don't mean shit, you ain't shit. My brother be translating. He be translating. Oh, no. I was feeling James Payne. That's the black man that is on the verge of extinction. Yeah, it's true. He was trying. Talk all your junk you want about your PO. Just don't drop dirty. Dirty urine. Can I have my little nephew pee for me? Dirty urine. I ain't trying to go back upstate. Somebody pee for me. I need clean pee. Need clean pee. Need clean pee. I need clean pee. Somebody pee for me. I need clean pee. Somebody drop this urine for me. I need clean pee. I need you to pee for me just before I go into my PO's office. Is it the softest that you got? Make sure that you didn't take a shot last night. Are you right? Gotta go in there. I've been smoking weed for 30 days straight, and that shit's gonna cause hate. And I ain't trying to go back upstate. Yo, somebody pee for me, please. I said pee, I need clean pee. Said pee, I need clean pee. Said pee, I need clean pee. Somebody drop a cup of urine for me. I said clean pee, I need baby pee. Said clean pee, yo, pregnancy. Yo, I got my little sister to pee for me, and it turns up that I'm pregnant. I can't explain the shit. I went into the PO's office. He told me to go pee, and he told me make sure that I don't flush the toilet when I pee. Don't flush the toilet when I pee. Don't flush the toilet. Pee in the cup, and don't you flush the toilet. You flush the toilet, you going back upstate. Damn, you gonna send me upstate just because I flushed the toilet? You know what I mean? It's unsanitary to leave pee in the toilet. We have flushed the toilet, nigga. We'll flush the toilet for you. We will flush the toilet for you. I need some clean pee. Need that clean pee. James, you know the Lord don't want you having no hot urine. All right, man. Anyway. Humility is a motherfucker. Yeah, so is. Okay. TK writes that straight manipulation, and Narsil says, I only demand the respect that I give. Can I get a ratto? Ratto! 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 Real shit though. But yeah. So, in personal situations where somebody is always trying to boss somebody around or trying to act like they are, the big eyes and the little U's, that type of shit. Yeah, I don't blame a person for not listen, I don't have to help you with this. This is a you problem, not a me problem. I've been hearing that a lot. What's up with that? That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Well, when it becomes a you problem and you want me to help you, yeah, it makes sense that you would talk to me nicely, you. If you want your you problem to go away, then you need to talk to me in a proper manner. That ain't hard to understand. That ain't hard to tell. Where's the struggle? Where's the struggle? There ain't no struggle. But if it's a situation where it's not a you problem or a me problem, it's more of a we situation, not necessarily a problem. Like when you are roommates and you are sharing living space, you are splitting the rent, or you're married or living together, whatever the case may be. You have a mortgage, yeah, or you have credit card bills. Your credit card, I don't know about y'all, but I know those bill collectors, those debt collectors, they used to talk real spicy. Like, oh, you just ain't gonna pay your bill. I swear, like I've had them talk to me so ill. Picture it. The year 2000. No, sorry. 2005. The year was 2005. And the bull bill collector dude, I could tell he was black. He showed his hand real early in the conversation. And he was basically, trying to be on some old, yo, you better pay this damn car note or we gonna come take your shit. And I was like, first of all, I'm about to go get another car. That's number one. Number two, I'm already 4 years in payments on this car. Now I was wrong, but at the time I was thinking that if you paid that much, that far in, that they couldn't take your shit. They could take your shit on the last payment. But this is what happens when you listen to the wrong people. No, nobody told me that. I had deduced it from talking to somebody at the finance office, whatever. Anyway, so I was like, my man, I don't like the way that you're talking to me. And what I found out at the time was that you could stop them from calling you if you told them not to call you no more. So if you told them, I request to only be notified by mail from now on. Do not call my telephone numbers anymore. And they couldn't call you anymore. So he was talking mad spicy. Yeah, you need to pay your bills. That's the problem. And blah, blah, blah. Like he was talking reckless. I was like, all right. I said, check this out. I need to talk to your supervisor because I'm going to request that you do not notify me by telephone anymore. I want to request that I'll only be notified through the mail from now on. Don't call me no more. He changed it. I couldn't see him or what he looked like, but I pictured him on the other side of that phone like, you heard it all in his voice. Like, well, wait a minute, Mr. McIntyre. I'm like, oh, it's Mr. McIntyre now. Before it was Milton. Before it was Omar. Yeah. Now it's Mr. I said, no, I don't want to hear it now. Do not call my phone ever again. Notify me through mail. through the postal service only. And he knew he couldn't call me back, and he didn't. But what happened was his supervisor did call me. And he was like, "All right, Mr. McIntyre, let's try to get this situation straightened out." I said, I thought I talked to your representative. Well, I know, Mr. McIntyre. I know, but and I understand that. But it is an official. You do have to give an official notice, and blah blah. I said, well, just let me know what I need to do, and I'll give it. He said, all right, well, let's just try to work it out amongst ourselves. He was damn near begging me. Now, I should have just paid the bill, but I didn't want the car no more. The car was like Christine to me. It was like Christine to me. It was like I couldn't. My license wasn't straight at the time. That car kept the red and blue lights of the man in back of me. I couldn't catch a break. Every time I turned around, whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop. And I'm not the type of dude that'll stop driving just because his license ain't straight. I understand, I understand people who follow those rules, but I'm not one of them. I'm driving. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck, but I'm not gonna stop driving. We didn't have Uber and all of that shit back in the day, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I don't Uber. Some people do. I don't. I'm not getting no ride. I don't like to pay for that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't like to pay for no rides. I'm lying with all that. Get a car. So that was just that situation. Yeah, I pulled rank. I took control where I really didn't deserve to. But I felt like he could have done his job better than he was doing it. Because you wasn't going to be able. Where on earth are you going to get somebody who is hell bent on not paying you to pay you because you yelled at him or because you tried to degrade him? He had to learn. That's all. He had to learn. And he learned. He learned that day. What Kevin Hart said, you gonna learn today. He learned. I know he was thinking like, so who told that motherfucker what to do? He thought he had me over on the barrel. Now, I acknowledge that I wasn't right in that situation, but I had the power. I had the power to hurt instead of help. And I never did make another payment either. I said, well, I was already done. That's another thing. If you have somebody on a bill paying schedule, keep them on a bill paying schedule. Because you know what happens when you let somebody skip payments for 2 or 3 months? They get used to, they have already factored that bill out of the equation. They don't want to pay that bill no more. And they won't. They won't. So, yeah, it's best to make sure that you keep somebody on a bill paying schedule and to only do business with somebody that respects the fact that they have to pay the bill. You know, paying a new bill is not an easy thing to do because most of us try to reduce our bills. Those of us who have any sense do. You know, I ain't gonna say all of us do because I could never say that all of us do. But most of us want to keep our money in our pockets. I know that some of us only keep money in our pockets to be able to shop and waste the money, spend the money, get rid of the money. But we want to spend the money on the things that we actually want, not the things that we need or the things that we're obligated to. So very rarely will you hear anybody, scream hooray about paying their month's light bill. Yeah, it's like electric bill, man. Man, and you know, in the wintertime, for those of us who live in the cold winter areas, you know that gas is high. It's high to putting it's high. Gasoline is high, and natural gas that heats your home is high also. So that's real shit. No, so it says knowing your consumer rights is a powerful thing. Oh, yes, it is, my brother. Rat on to that too. Rat on. Rat on. You should know exactly, you know, what your rights are because your debtors, your debt collectors, they know all of their rights. Especially if they have the power to garnish your wages, things like that. You know, like student loan. Student loan. I can't be mad at anybody that ducks student loan or that doesn't make student loan a priority. But they have ways of making you make them a priority because they can garnish your wages or they can take your tax return and all of that, none of which you want to be associated with. But you should know that you have options, you have rights, you have things that you can do in order to remedy your situation or to at least soften the blow. You gonna pay, nigga. You gonna pay. I mean, you took out the loan. So I'm not going to sit here and say that you shouldn't have to pay the loan or that you don't have to pay the loan. You took out the loan. That's you. That's all you, son. The way my old dad said, the way you live your life is all on you, son. Shout out to OC. Y'all remember OC back in the day? New York rapper. I liked OC. He was dope. OC was dope. You know what I mean? That's why that's when New York hip hop was real. You travel through New York, you listen to the radio, Hot 97, you're gonna hear some OC, you're gonna hear some Gang Starr, you're gonna hear some MOP. You know what I mean? They really fell off when they Anyway. So talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. Imagine if you allowed your children to have that type of power. Well, mom, I don't like the way you was talking to me. And you know, kids never like the way you talk to them. Am I lying? Kids never like the way you talk to them. They always want to be ultra sensitive, super sensitive. Well, I'm, you know, they be doing it and crying at the same time. This is them folding clothes. Stack them right. Okay, I'm stacking them right. Pussy, stop fucking crying. You just gotta clean up your goddamn room. Nothing to cry about. I act like a little old bitch. I act like a little old bitch. And I'll tell you another place where you don't get talked to nice all the time. Court, motherfucker. I know we was just talking about the whole PO situation or whatever, but the judge don't be talking to you nice either. He don't be all respectful towards you. But I bet you be real respectful towards him so he can soften these sentencing guidelines. So he can use his discretion about how much time you're going to be away from your friends, family, loved ones, the streets. You're going to be off of these streets. Yeah. That's why so many defendants don't testify in their own defense. Because they can't survive cross-examination. Even when you're telling the truth, cross-examination can get you fucked up. Because the whole point is to discredit you. Not determine whether you're telling the truth or not, but to discredit you. So when you're in court, you don't be talking about like, listen, man, I ain't giving my testimony if y'all don't treat me right. If y'all don't talk to me nice, I'm not giving my testimony. Like, oh, you got a subpoena. You gonna give your testimony. That's number one. Number two, you're gonna tell the truth, or if we found out that you purged yourself, it's gonna be major problems. And don't let it be what's the court that you can't lie in? What's the court that they can lock you up and can and will lock you up? It's the court that everybody tries to avoid. Because if they find out, if they can prove that you're lying, then what was it? One of y'all gonna come up with it. Something court. Not superior court, not criminal court, not civil court. Anyway, in this court, if they find that you've purged yourself, if you commit perjury, if you lie in that court, then they can and will and are obligated to give you jail time. You're gonna set that. So what is it? God damn it. What it is? What it is? I'm trying to find out what the name of the court is. But nonetheless, when you go to court, you know that the judge, if you are the defendant, the judge ain't going to talk to you nice. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. They have no interest in making you feel good. They are in the driver's seat. They determine your fate. They will be the difference between whether you gonna make any of the cookouts this summer or not. Yeah, Christmas is in 8 days, 7 days. Christmas is in 7 days. Next Saturday is Christmas. Will you be able to join in with the family, or will you be the recipient of a phone call? The recipient of a phone call, side. Like everybody, we gonna we gonna call Boo. We gonna get Boo on the line. You know what I mean? We gonna have him. We gonna have him on the line like just like he's here. Damn. What's the name of that court? Why am I thinking that it start with a P? Put court. Anyway, yeah. When you go to court, they don't talk to you nice. The judge ain't gonna talk to you nice. Mm-mm. They don't have to. They can't. They don't have to, and they won't talk to you nicely just to get your testimony. You're the defendant. You're up against it. Play yourself if you want. Your lawyer may not talk to you nicely either. Nobody might talk to you nice. Nobody. Let me see. No, so it says, I can't remember what I said verbatim to one judge, but given my condition at the time, I did say something about the lines of along the lines of shut the fuck up and tell me my fine. It's 400. Tell me my fine. 400 shut me up, but it didn't hurt me. Ah, man. Yo, I've never really had to speak in court other than what my level of education was or whatever. I ain't really had to say that. And and except in traffic court. They let you do all that talking in traffic court. They be like, "Oh, okay, all right. We found you guilty. This is your fine, plus or minus points on your license." I'm like, oh man, oh man. You know, one thing about having a suspended license is that they can't put more points on your license. It's suspended in the first place. It just stay there like bulletproof until you get that shit reinstated. Oh no, I said I didn't curse though. That was good because then that would have put you on contempt of court if the judge felt like it. Yeah, you gonna chill. You gonna chill for 48 hours. You gonna cold chill. You gonna cold chill, side. Man, do y'all know the name of the court I'm talking about? There's a one court that if you go to that court, like all the politicians try to avoid that court because if they prove that you are lying in that court, then you automatically get jail time, real jail time. What's the name of that court? What is it? What is it? Okay. Talk to me nice, so I ain't doing it. Some people be pump faking when it comes to that, because you talk to them nice and they still ain't doing it. Well, you ain't talked to me nice before, so I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I will. A lot of times people do this, yeah, just to gain power, but also to play games with you. Just straight play games with you, like, yeah, well, I can kind of get away with this, so I will get away with it. It's basically what they're saying. I can and I will. I can and I will. Um, yeah. Yeah. So what we got? Your PO, the judge, police, cops. Cops definitely don't talk nice to you. They don't give a. Only times you see cops stand down is when they are in a position where they are not in power or not in full and total control. One of the reasons that I don't like cops is because they have this air of being in control a lot. No, not assignment court. Not assignment court. When I figure out, when I remember what it is, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, that John. Yeah. Many politicians have lied in that court, and that's why they got locked up. I believe all of those cats that were associated with Donald Trump, they went to that court, and that's why they got locked up. Not Michael Cohen, but those other two guys. I'm doing bad. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you haven't slept enough. You know what I mean? And things just not going the way that you are used to them going. But anyway, yeah, cops, they stop you on the street. You're a black man. A lot of times it gets ugly. Y'all know a lot of times we don't make it back home. Forget about going to jail. We don't make it back home, period. But yeah, cops definitely don't care about your feelings or any of that kind of stuff. They're like, license, registration, is especially if they are state police. State police, they roll up on you. They make sure that their whole presence, from the uniform, even the hat and all of that, it's built. It was actually designed to intimidate you. That's why the whole shades and all of that kind of shit. Yeah, all of that shit was put together for them. It's almost like a requirement, because they want you to feel like they are in total control when they do a routine traffic stop. But they're definitely not going to talk to you nice. You want to go home today, or you want to avoid this ass whooping and possibly going to jail. Yeah, I think you better act like you know. License, registration, and insurance. And yeah, I asked you where you coming from and where you on your way to. Get smart with me and see what happens. Get smart with me and see what happens, yo. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that you share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. We come on Saturday and Sunday. So, peace to everybody that's been coming through for the Daily Go Getimism show on the way home. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all mucho. We're not able to do the show here where I would rather be doing it, but at least y'all, coming out in small numbers, to still represent, but watching the show afterwards. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my people, my staunch supporters, and those who support when they get a chance to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate me some. You. Oh, yes, I do. Talk to me nice, or I ain't doing it. Talk to me nice, or I ain't doing it. You may have had brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. We know all of our parents had a little bit of that in them. All of them had a little bit of that. I don't think many of us came from situations where we could yell at our parents or talk to our parents in a disrespectful way and expect to get what we wanted. I say I don't think so. I don't know so. Because over the years, I have seen some really questionable behavior tactics by some people. Shout out to them. I ain't saying peace to them because I don't agree. But I guess it's pretty good work if you can get it. I guess it's pretty good work if you can get it. Talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. Yeah. In relationships, people pull it all the time. We was talking about the baby mom, baby father situation. But yeah, people in relationships do that shit all the time. Try to gain a power position. Try to gain a position of power over your mate, over your love, over your wife, over your spouse. Control. Now, there are positive ways to control a situation or to so-called control another person. And you're never really, in my opinion, controlling another person, but you may be controlling that situation. So, yeah. It might be a situation where, like I said, sometimes women use sex as a weapon. No, you ain't getting none if you don't. If you ain't getting none if you don't. No, I got a headache. Yo. So we know about women withholding sex. We know about men withholding money. There have been plenty of men who have done that. But what is it like to be with somebody who pulls that kind of shit? And for whatever reason, you have to adhere to it. You have to cater to it. You have to put up with it. I know that it's not a desirable situation. No way around that. But, to be involved in a situation like that in any capacity, but
90 seconds.
We also know that there are plenty of people who put up with it for years. For years. Your man and your woman been working on you, so to speak. Come on, man.
Seconds.
Blog Talk be on some bullshit. Come on. Now I use a different browser because I was thinking that the other browser was the problem. But I don't think that anymore because it's clearly showing me that this new update is just wreaking havoc. Yeah. This new update is wreaking havoc. It's really slowing down these browsers. You need an update. They need an update,
10
yo.
seconds.
Come on. Sheesh. Like, come on, dude. Come on. I don't even know if I made it on time. That thing's crazy. All right. Anyway. Yeah. When you have dealt with somebody like that for years, that's not a good look for you. That's not a good look for you. But some of us do it. Like last night, we was talking about how some people can't admit that they're wrong. He said, if I'm wrong, you won't hear it from me. You hear it from everybody else. This morning, we're talking about talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. Talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. These are childish behaviors that we probably shouldn't have to deal with, but we have to deal with whatever behaviors come to us as they come to us. These are life experiences that we have to deal with that come into our sphere, realm, existence. And they're things that we try to gain perspective on and, quite frankly, just try to avoid or, because don't nobody want to put up with the bullshit. Let's do these birthday shout outs, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 18th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Sylvester Hentley, turning 86 years old today. And Sunshine, love me more. Champagne. Sunshine, love me more. Champagne. Happy birthday to you. And she's raising money for No Kid Hungry. And also Lori Gnarly Calixte, turning 26 years old today. And Yvette Harmon, turning 58 years old today. And Tracy Lucas, turning 44. Bow, 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 bow. Years old today. And also Opal McIntyre, my cousin Opal, Jamaica Stand Up, turning 49 years old today. And also Sharia Johnson, turning 49 years old today also. And Nikki Farry, X Petty, happy birthday to you. And my girl, my woman, my lady, Gwendolyn Dabney, turning 72 years old today. Miss Gwen turning 72. That sounds crazy. Happy birthday to you, Miss Gwen. And also Linda Carter, Bomb Harder, turning 60 years old today. And Tashana Brown, turning 45 years. Bow, 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 bow. And Karima Azala Gray. Karima Azala Gray, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my cuz, my mellow, my man, turning 41 years old today, Ben Blithers. Go get a Ben Blithers. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious December 18th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, talk to me nice or I ain't doing it. That's irresponsible. And you ruining those relationships. But you don't really pay attention to the song, Skips. It would be really simple and easy in this life if it was a situation where all you had to do was mind your P's and Q's, do what you were supposed to do, concentrate on winning, not lose. But as it is, we have all types of situations where we have to adhere to certain things, we have to do certain things, we have to bow down and submit to certain things, certain people, certain situations. But it's going to be all right, and everything is going to be all right. Thank you. Won't. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. I want y'all to have a great Saturday. I want to thank y'all for coming through. We will be back tomorrow morning between 11 and 11:30. I can't exactly say when, but I'm going to try my best to get some rest today. Like maybe like now. Got things to do today, though. So. Happy birthday to my young boy, my young son, Taim Rashid. What's good? You know what I'm saying? Doing it out here. Doing it. Smart as a whip. All right. I'm going to give it y'all later. All right, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't you know? My brother from another mother, Narsil, says, glad you can go live on weekends. Have a great day. Share, smile. Word up. All right. So, Blog Talk, we're going to get you on up out of here. And sha-na-na. Oh, and for my Instagrammers, the Afar Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. Word. Peace, y'all. All right. All right. Peace, Blog Talk. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. I see y'all tomorrow on the other side, my boobers. And Rakim say peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.